I don't know, something that really kind of like disturbs me in a sense. Hold on, let me cut my headphones off. Something that really bothers me about society is the fact that they will see upcoming quote unquote celebrities or TikTokers that are in the spotlight, stuff like that, and people that have already made it or people that have the limelight on them. They tend to look down on new content creators that are on the rise. And one thing that I've noticed specifically is a lot of people bully me because of the ways in which I look. A lot of people say, on my worst days, like I be looking crazy. Like I don't be doing my hair, I don't be doing my makeup before I go on social media. I just show the ways in which I look when I look like that. And if I decide to make a video and post it, that's what they're gonna see, right? So because I don't really care about my appearance and what I look like on social media, I'm just my authentic self. I don't put on makeup or get all dressed up just to make a video. I mean, some people do, but personally, I don't. So because I don't really care about that, I get bullied a lot. A lot of content creators that I have come across, even those that are in the public eye and those that go live, I'm always commenting, and they're always saying things like underhanded shit. And it seems like the whole chat knows about it but me. And it's like they wait for me to catch on to what they're saying, and a lot of it is directed at me. How do I know this? I am also in the public eye, and I know that there is a lot of eyes on me, but a lot of people, especially people my age, a lot of people my age where I'm at don't hit on me. It's always the older, creepy men, right? So on social media, not is it's like this as well, and it could just be because I live in the same city, right? So me just being here and me glowing up on social media and getting all of this attention or whatever, right? It's pissing people that let's pissing people like my family and old friends of mine off, because the more attention that I get, the more that they're trying to make me look ugly to other people, right? So a lot of people, I have come across people that have done voodoo, witchcraft. They've tried to swap destinies with me. They've been doing a lot of different stuff too, like beauty magic, and trying to make me look funny to society. And being that I don't really care, like I said, what I look like, not only do I attract all kinds of unwanted attention here at home, but I also attract it on the internet. And these rappers and stuff nowadays, like, they make fire ass music, yes, but a lot of them see me come into their lives, or it's like they see me on social media and they watch everything that I do, and then they go and they make a video and they start talking about me, or they start talking about the ways in which I look. And a lot of the things that these people say resonates with my energy so much. And my thing is, there's a guy that raps on TikTok. He goes live, and we're not gonna say his name, but he goes live and he freestyles while he plays video games. And when he sees my name pop up, he's always saying different things. It's like the energy switches. He always talks about fucking on people's friends and having threesomes with them, and talking about what other fans say about him because he is very attractive. And it's like he's talking to them, and then when I join in, you could hear a little bit of it, and then he switches up his freestyles and he starts talking shit. And he's always saying things that I used to get bullied for, if that makes sense. And mind you, I don't even know this guy. I am just someone that supports his lives. I send him gifts here and there if I have the money for it. And it's like he attacks me using his words, if you know what I mean. And a lot of people will say, well, maybe he's not talking directly to you, but someone else, right? Or maybe he's not talking about you, he's talking about someone else, and you happen to join in when he was talking about that person, right? And a lot of people will say, oh, it's just for entertainment to avoid getting banned for bullying. But a lot of people do this. So because he raps and all of that, I had actually screen recorded a live one day. And because it was just resonating so much, like I was picking up on the messages, but dude was funny as fuck with it. So I screen recorded the live and I have it saved, but he was just saying all this crazy shit that actually kind of resonated with my childhood a little bit. So I don't know if he knows of me because people have been talking shit. I don't know if he's seen a video of me when I was talking shit and it's circulating now. I don't know what the fuck it is. Like a time that I wasn't there and I was just going the fuck off because something needed to be said, right? Or if it was a time where I got intoxicated and I went and made a YouTube video, whatever, it doesn't matter. The past is the past, it's there. I can't really take that back. But people would talk about transgenders, right? And I don't have a problem with that because, like I said, I'm not transgender. I was born a female, and obviously if I was not female, I wouldn't have birthed 2 children out of my uterus, right? So you just gotta think about shit like that. But because I am very feminine, sorry, I am a woman, but I look masculine. I look like my father. And because I have looked like a boy the majority of my life, a lot of people think that I'm a guy and I'm a girl. Right? I was born a woman, a female, a girl. And a lot of people, when they see me, they don't like me, or they start picking on me because they think that they think that I'm a guy. They think I'm a transgender or something, and I'm not. And I just be taking offense to certain things that are being said because, like, people should have the maturity to know better than that, you know? And some people on the internet, like, they be going viral for picking on other people and their appearance and talking about other people. And I don't think that's right. You know, I would get banned, like my page would get banned in a second if I ever decided to duet a video or stitch a video and I speak my mind about it and how quote unquote ugly that person is being in regards to their attitude and their personality. Because being quote unquote unattractive or ugly doesn't always have to have something to do with your outer appearance, right? It could look like your soul too. Like what you, even your mindset could be disgusting, it could be ugly, it could be unattractive. Like, if you're constantly around negative ass people, you're not going to want to be around that all the time. And that's just a different form of unattractiveness, right? But a lot of people pick on me because of the ways in which I look. And even though they say all of this shit about me, and I know that it's not true, I shouldn't take it to heart. But being that I was told that I look like a boy growing up, like, that shit hurt my feelings, you know? So joining that live and hearing him talking about transgenders and saying that somebody looked like a transgender and calling them ugly and shit, like, that kind of hurt my feelings a little bit, you know? I always went around to say, I wonder why I'm so single, right? And I'm not sitting here and saying that I'm ugly, because personally, I don't think that I'm ugly. I think that there's some things that I could work on for myself. And I could definitely work out more. I could definitely stop eating a lot of meat and eat healthier. But because I don't want to, this is just how I look. And I've always went around a question like, why don't people like me? Why hasn't anybody asked me out? You know, this, that, and third. And because I ask these questions and I never get the answers that I need, right? Other people see my videos and they hear me asking questions, and then they go on live where they have this huge audience, and then they go to humiliate somebody else that's in the public eye. And because everybody knows who this person is talking about, but nobody will say anything, they just kind of wait for you to, like, catch on to it. Right? And because with some people that get bullied like this, usually they end up leaving people alone. But usually if there's, like, magic being done, or it's just something where you feel like you want to support this person, right? So you go and you support this person, you're basically just supporting a bully. It's like I be catching on to what people are saying, but I still bless them regardless with gifts. And I always happen to bless the wrong people, because I can't find the right people online. And if I do find the right people online, they're always wanting more out of me. So, for an example, there's a tarot reader that I used to watch, and she used to say, like, any gifts that you send in, that will be counted as, like, for, like, a reading. So I'll send, like, 20 or 25 roses, because a rose is it costs 1 coin on TikTok. So if I had 30 coins, I'd send 25 roses just so I could get a reading. And because these readers knew that I was going to constantly pay for readings, they would up the price on the coins. So they would go from, like, 1 to 50, and then I'd send in a sticker or a gift that was for 50 coins, right? And then the more that I would come back and be, like, a reoccurring customer or whatever, what is the word called for it? I would be a frequent customer, right? They'd up the price to, like, a gift that's like 200 coins. And I'm not paying that much for a reading, because that just shows that you want more out of people. And it gets to a point where you start to realize, like, these people only want your money. They only care about your money and what you can offer them. And once they have you up under their little spell or whatever, like, These people will even give you bad advice and everything. And if you start giving too much to these content creators and they happen to know more about you, or like there's people that are following you and worried about what you're doing, and then they see you joining the live, you happen to share the live, they're going to join in on the live and go and hit up this person, especially if they see this content creator that fucks with you, right? So they'll go and hit this person up and try to turn this person on them and be like, hey, you know that gifter that gifts you a lot? Well, they're this and they're that. And they'll try to like put words in this person's mind to confuse them to the point where if you join their live again, you either get kicked off or you get fucking humiliated. You get bullied. And this is what other people have been doing to me as well. Now, I don't know what's going around about me. I always ask, like, what is it that is going around that's got people all across the fucking United States to have problems with me? Like, what the fuck was said? What is going on in these streets that I don't know about? These TikTok streets. What the fuck was said about me, right? A lot of people, say that as long as you know yourself, you shouldn't care. But sometimes, like, I just want to know what the fuck was said. Because if I can know what the fuck was said, I'll know exactly who the fuck it came from. Because I told people different things on this journey. And if I could figure out what the fuck was said, I'll know exactly who the fuck it came from and who to sue in court. And that's the problem. Nobody wants to get sued. So everybody just keeps a closed mouth about it and says nothing. So there could have been a whole YouTube video or a channel out there or something of my family. When I was on the rise on YouTube, they could have made a YouTube and started saying shit about me to get people to look at me sideways because they saw me on the come up. So they could have did something like that, or they could have set me up. They could have hooked me up with a sneaky link that recorded me, anything. You know? And I know that there was people from my past that did record me as well without my knowledge or consent and posted me on their OnlyFans. So that could be another reason why I'm always attracting weird-ass men on my path, right? So it's just stuff that I think about. Like, what the fuck was being said? Because I know that there was a couple of people that started recording me after one incident happened and I called the guy out for it. There was like two more people that tried to record me during an intimate moment. And usually these people never did that with me. So it kind of made me question, like, what is circulating? Who said what? I know that there was a lot of people that were trying to hook me up with guys that really were predators, or they, I wouldn't necessarily say predators, but they had issues. And these people, like, they did shit out of malice, especially to the white community, because they thought women of the white community were stupid or naive. And I've noticed this a lot in the black community, too. Like, a lot of people in the black community don't like white people, and they think that white people only want them because of the size of a man's penis or some stupid shit, right? Some stupid little thought that they have. So they have a specific type of dislike or quote-unquote hate for the white community. So mothers and fathers that also don't like white people, they try to turn their children on white people as well. And because I am considered white or whatever, I don't really believe in race. I don't really see that. Like, I see past race at this point. I look into people's souls, and because I do that as well, they don't like me for that. But people for how they are, like, I don't see their outer appearance. I see the inside. And because I'm not judgmental about the ways people look on the outside, like, I'm picked on for that. Like, I got friends, quote unquote friends, that I associate with because I know that they're just themselves, and like, they may look different from your average girl, but I know who they are. Like, it's clear that they're female, right? It's clear that they have their own flaws or whatever, right? But I don't see them for their flaws. I see them for the heart that they have. And because I choose to be friends with those kinds of people, and not your average quote-unquote pretty girl from school or whatever, right? Because I choose to be friends with the people that are quote-unquote less fortunate or in similar situations that I'm in, a lot of people judge me for that. They say that I could have better, and I definitely could, yeah, but I haven't met these better people yet, so there's really nothing that I can do in regards to continuing to cut people off that don't mean me well or that aren't good for my highest good, right? So, like, if they're not helping me evolve and they're just draining the life force energy out of me, then yeah, they get cut the fuck off. If they go around and they lie on people and they try to turn half the fucking world on this person before they can reach some kind of stardom, then yeah, they're gonna get cut the fuck off. And because I cut a lot of people off and I won't let them siphon from me and bully me to my face anymore and pick on me and be an asshole to me, like, I cut a lot of people off. So I wouldn't be surprised what is circulating, especially in the TikTok and YouTube community. Especially on Instagram. There's a lot of people that know of me, but they don't follow me, they don't support me or anything because they done heard some crazy shit about me, and because no one will tell me what the fuck was said, I'm left questioning everything, right? But everybody tends to have their own opinions. You know, you're not going to be liked by everybody, but I'm always supporting the wrong people. I feel like I'm always finding and coming across people on TikTok, especially that know my name and they look out for me. And it's like these people don't even know people. They don't even know me, but when they see my username, they give it a stink look or something. And it's like, I just want to know what people know about me. I don't really care about what was said, but I just want to know what the fuck was said, you know? Because I've heard about everything in the book. I mean, my old mother used to bully the shit out of me. My mom called me everything in the book. My mom did everything to me already. So, I mean, me already going through almost everything in the book, like, bullying is not really going to matter to me, but I just want to know what the fuck was said. What the fuck is circulating even? Is there something that I should know about that my face is in? Like, was it AI generated? What was it? What the fuck is going on? What kind of rumors are going around about me? I'm not transgender. Like I said, obviously, if I was a transgender, I wouldn't have had birth 2 kids out my uterus, out my vagina. So, like, what is going on here? Who said what? Am I ugly? Do people think that I'm ugly? Do people think that I'm unattractive? Like, what is it? You know? I can't help the ways in which I look. I can definitely get surgery, but I'm not about to change my appearance, especially if I'm happy with it. Like, I'm not about to go and get plastic surgery to please society. I might, but I haven't gotten to a point where I'm able to get enough money to do that. So because I can't do that, now they're just going to have to look at my face until then. But I'm really just trying to figure out, like, why don't people like me? Why don't people my age like me? Is it because I'm ugly? Is it because I'm unattractive? What the fuck is it? You know, I'd rather be confronted with the truth than comforted by lies. And that's all I ever wanted to know. Like, what the fuck is it? I mean, I went on fucking Omegle the other day, right? Other night. And as I was scrolling or whatever, there was a bunch of guys that I came across and they were like, yep, that's a dude. And then they'd swipe on me. Or they'd always say some shit about my appearance or the ways in which I looked. And they called me a guy. And I was like, dude, like, why the fuck is everybody calling me a dude? Why is everybody saying that I look like a transgender? Like, I know that I'm not attractive or whatever for a female, but what the fuck is it, you know? I know that my voice is pretty deep for a female, but I also smoke. I've been smoking since I was 16 years old. So, I don't blame myself at all. I don't blame other people. But that's when your logic comes into play and you have to really like think about what you say before you fucking say it, you know? But I'm kind of glad that people say what the fuck they say, because it just shows what kind of people I don't want to be around. You know, it shows me what kind of people to stay the fuck away from, especially if I do, you know, get into the public eye and I really start gaining a lot of attention and stuff like that. Like, what I've been through and how I've been bullied and what I've been picked on about will give me the answers that I need and help me avoid staying away, or start to help me stay away from people that don't mean me no good, you know. And it'll help me just kind of like see narcissists from a mile away, and I'll just know how to stay the fuck away from these people, you know. And a lot of people go and try to mimic the ways in which I talk, and they just sound all kinds of fucked up, and other people laugh at them, but deep down inside I be knowing who the fuck they're talking about and what kind of like image they're trying to put off, or what kind of idea they're trying to put out there without being blunt and direct about it, you know. So they do it in a slick way to the point where they don't get banned And it's like, just say what the fuck is on your mind. Why do you have to try to imitate other people or act like them to get attention? Like, it's the ways in which people bully for me, you know? I don't understand people, I never will, but I am a woman. I may not look feminine, because like I said, I look like my father. I have a big ass nose. Yes, you don't have to point out the obvious, but I am a woman. I am a mother of 2 kids, 2. I also live in poverty. So, you just gotta think about that, you know? I live in poverty because my own mother set me up with my kid. And if you don't have kids, then you definitely won't understand where I'm coming from. But if you have children, you know. You know. You know, if you're a psychic empath, or if you're an empath point blank period, if you're a psychic, you know. So if you know, then put some fucking respect on my name. If you're into the spiritual community and you know what the fuck is really going on with these humiliation rituals and these destiny swappers and shit, like, then you know. So help inform other people about it. People are weird. People are mad fucking weird. You know? And that's when finding your tribe comes into play. Where are my people at? Where are these friends at that I'm supposed to be meeting? Am I supposed to have any friends at all? Or is this journey just supposed to be really fucking lonely? Like, what the fuck is it? I've never been close to my own family. I actually had children and became more close to them than my own parents. My kids are my family. My actual family, the one that I came from, disowned me. So I had children for myself. And one of them was taken from me to keep me binded to my mother that doesn't like me. So what the fuck is going on? Like, what the fuck is really going on? And what the fuck are people saying about me? What is this humiliation ritual about? My childhood trauma? Really? You want to go there? Lord forbid, don't make me start dropping names, because I will. Don't make me start exposing motherfuckers left and right and make them cry, and then people really be mad at me for that. Because I got some humiliating shit to say about other people too, but I choose not to say it because I had respect for them at one point in time. But I don't. And now that I don't, I still respect them and don't really mention their names like they do. I don't go out and just out of my way and just humiliate these people by talking about them, by gossiping, by lying. Like, no, if I go and I talk about these people, I'm going to talk about the truth and what they did to me. And because I do that, I am targeted. Because I speak the truth, I am targeted. And yeah, the truth fucking hurts. But I am a female. I have nothing against the transgender community, but I don't understand it. And it's not, I guess it's not for me to understand, because like I said, I'm not transgender. But a lot of people that are, you know, still themselves, they happen to look at someone like me and think, oh, she looks like a fucking dude. Like, I know that. You don't have to make it any more obvious, you know? You don't have to remind me every fucking day that I'm fucking ugly, that I'm unattractive, and that nobody's gonna want a woman that looks like their father. Like, I get it. But you also have to think, I was molested growing up. And you think about all of that DNA mixing, you just think about it. And think about it. Remember where the fuck I came from, remember my face, and remember my story. So you can sit through the testimony video and really watch it and listen to what I'm saying. Yeah, you'll understand it. People should actually feel heartbroken for me, but they're not. Because I was already heartbroken for myself. When I really sat in meditation and I remembered everything that I went through as a kid, I was heartbroken. It re-traumatized me and hurt me. It hurt my feelings. To just look back and looking at all of these connections that I had, where I was so delusional to think that anybody would want to be my boyfriend. And that anybody my type will want to be with me. They may be my type, but I'm not theirs. No. So then they go after my attractive friends. They go after my sister because they look more feminine. Do you know how that hurts my feelings? Like, that's a different kind of pain. So because I've dealt with a lot of assholes and people that are just fucking stupid, like, they say whatever the fuck they need to say about me. A lot of these guys were gay as fuck. That's why they don't like women. Or they always went after the women that were unattractive Like, they could have been fairly attractive, and they always dated women that were unattractive or considered quote-unquote ugly, and tried to boost these women's ego, right, during the relationship, and then they treated them like shit, or they were out cheating, and then when the woman would call it out, when she would find out she was being loyal to a cheater, this guy would play in her face and make her feel like shit and bully the shit out of her because she done found out who the fuck he is. He's a fucking cheater. And he sleeps with women that look fairly more attractive than her, to hurt her, to bring her down. It's like another form of energy siphoning. And that's what guys do. This is male code. They're a bunch of assholes. A lot of the times, your type isn't even your type. And if you catch my drift, you catch it. Caught it. All I'm saying is, people be playing in my face. People be making me feel like I'm the ugliest thing walking. And I know that I'm not ugly. I know that I'm very beautiful inside out. But because they cannot see past my outer appearance, they can't see my soul and see my heart and see that everything that I ever went through in life, I didn't let it turn me into a cold-hearted fucking evil ass bitch like them. They don't like that shit. When they see someone with thick hair, they see me with my natural tan, they see me with the art on my body that I made for myself, they look at me and they get jealous. A lot of people would say, girl, it ain't nothing to be jealous about, you ugly as shit, da, 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 da. Okay, you can't see past my outer appearance? You're deaf, dumb, and blind, huh? Okay, well, I can't really do anything about that. I cannot be friends with people that don't have a spiritual aspect about themselves. Like, if they cannot see past my outside appearance, if they can't see past my fucking, let's be for real, if they can't see past if they cannot see past my avatar, my skin, my flesh, if they cannot see what's inside of that flesh and what is within that and the heart that I have and how sweet of a fucking person I am, then maybe I don't need to be around those people. If they can't see the beauty within my soul and within my heart and within my mind, then they don't need to be around me. If they're judging me because of my external appearance, then they don't need to be around me. Those are not my people. And I have come to that realization. A lot of these rap artists too, they're not for me, bro. Everybody likes these rap artists that be talking dog shit about other women. They be talking about fucking on people's friends and shit. Like, I take offense to shit like that because, in songs like that, because I've had it happen to me, but it happened in one of the worst ways. It was like revenge at that point. It was heartbreak that I had to experience and heal from by myself. And because these rappers are out here talking about it and normalizing it, in a society that's already fucking brainwashed as it is, like, they are idolizing celebrities and artists that really deep down inside they're evil. They're not loyal. Like, because these people idolize these fucking assholes and these jerks and these guys that fuck on people's friends and shit. Like, it's like a guy is never satisfied with being with one bitch. You know, so because they idolize these types of artists, they also normalize being a heartbreaker. They normalize all this crazy shit that don't need to be normalized, and that's why they have a lot of fans. Because these types of people are easily brainwashed and they can be manipulated through music, and they learn things from these artists, these fucking quote unquote industry plants that promote being a hoe, being a whore, being a slut, being a backstabber, being all this crazy shit that the world don't need. So, I don't know, like, I just thought that I'd mention this, but a lot of people are just assholes, and you have to find it within you to, like, not listen to these people's songs, like, don't even join their lives no more, like, just stop supporting them, point blank, period. We need more artists like Erykah Badu, and we need more artists that speak about positivity. Like X, he made songs where he used words that weren't the most mature, but he did use frequencies within these songs that he made to kind of like uplift his fans, and that's why he had a lot of supporters, good supporters, people that could relate to him in the pain that he was talking about, because you just, different artists, they reach certain levels of their career, and a lot of these people heal through music. They heal through their music, they heal through their voice, right? So there's also other people in the rap industry, even that, on the other hand, there's people in the rap industry that talk about robbing, plotting and scheming, red rumming people, being locked up for doing shit that they know that they were gonna get locked up for, shit like that. Like they rap and they talk about this shit, and they talk about being nasty and shit with people's friends, and they're promoting shit like that. They're promoting heartbreak. They're basically teaching the generation of children how to twerk, how to be a hoe, how to fuck, how to break somebody's heart. And it's like, when are we gonna have music back that was kind of like how it was in the early 2000s, right? Like, some music was actually really good back then. And a lot of the artists that I used to like I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna let it go. I fuck with the old Nicki. I really fuck with the old Nicki, because not only was she finding herself, but she was putting out a positive influence. Now her songs are a little harsh, like, I'm not gonna lie. Her songs, they help inspire women, and they put them on a game and stuff like that on how to boss up. But it's also like, a lot of her songs be hurting my feelings, because she be cutting deep with her words. That's that Queen of Swords energy. But she be saying shit that needs to be said, but a lot of it comes from her looking at people below her in regards to power and status, and her just judging these people, but her not knowing about these people's backgrounds, right? And like the celebrity beef pisses me off too. Like, why can't y'all just keep that shit offline? Like, that shit do be triggering to people that are actually being targeted, you know? Like, people don't want to come online and hear about that shit. Like, I personally definitely don't want to join another live of an influencer that I find fairly attractive, right? I don't want to join their lives and get talked about no more. Oh, and then everybody in the comments knows who this person is talking about, but nobody will say anything. Kind of leaving you to question it for yourself and to figure the fuck out for yourself. You know what I mean? Okay. So, I could definitely do things to change up my appearance, but because I'm happy, I haven't done anything about it. Because I know that my people are going to see me, and they're going to see beyond my outer appearance, my external appearance. And they're going to hear me. Like, somebody's going to understand me. So I just keep talking, and I keep over-explaining myself when I shouldn't. But I just thought that I'd make this video and let people know, like, no, I'm not trans. No, I'm not trans. I just look like my daddy. And yeah, I got long-ass fingers, I got big-ass hands, I got big-ass fucking feet and long-ass toes. Like, yeah, my feet aren't the most attractive, because I did ballet growing up. Also wore shoes that were too fucking little for me, and my mom wouldn't go buy more. Neglect. So my toes are kind of like, they look like camera toes. But I also did ballet growing up. So you gotta think about that shit. You gotta see it from a different perspective. You gotta ask questions. And not just automatically assume, right? But whatever. I don't even care. I have ballerina's feet. I don't even give a fuck. And I got long ass toes. I got a big ass nose. I got a big ass upper back. Like, I don't care. I barely got titties. Like, I get it. I look like a fucking man. I know I get it. I understand. You don't have to keep fucking reminding me, though. You don't have to keep telling me, like, I'm ugly as shit. Like, I get it. And if I'm meant to be single for the rest of my life, then I'll just be that. It's better to have my own peace than having somebody's dusty ass son in my house using me up of my fucking water and my electricity and my fucking food and not offering any fucking money to get my fucking bills paid. It'd be better to be fucking single than to deal with anybody's dusty asshole ass son. Somebody's ignorant ass child. But hey, I just thought that I'd mention this. I thought that I'd say that and get it off my chest. Even though I'm not gonna post this shit, I might. I don't know. But if I post this shit, like, people need to put some fucking respect on my name. Because if they not paying my fucking bills, they shouldn't have shit to say about me. Shit, a lot of these people wouldn't have the money that they have now if they weren't connected to me somehow, some way. If they weren't siphoning from my energy. They wouldn't be blessed like they are now. I'm just saying. A lot of these people wouldn't even have their fans if I didn't go popping and I stayed on some conscious shit, you know? And I didn't speak about certain people and what they did to me. But, you know, people get their fan bases in specific ways, and a lot of people get their fan bases by judging other people and picking on others and bullying them. But we don't do that over here. I don't do that. I speak my truth. I speak from the heart. I speak from my mind. And I say what the fuck needs to be said. But no, I'm not a fucking transgender. There's nothing wrong with it in my eyes, but I just don't understand it. So I don't want to be educated on it either, because I really don't care to know about that. But like I said, I'm not a transgender. I'm not a guy. I was born a female. Okay? I think a lot of people are also very brainwashed, especially with the society. I mean, I think somebody with the right mind that knows who the fuck they are will see that I'm a female and they're not being controlled by society and the distractions. But this is another reason why I stopped binge scrolling too. This is another reason why I deactivated my other TikTok, because I just don't want to hear about it. I don't want to see it every time I hop on the app. It's just a bunch of bullies at this point. It's a bunch of adult bullies that haven't gotten caught. Their pages haven't been banned. They haven't gotten strikes. And they be bullying the fuck out of other people. But getting off this camera app so I can handle business and get shit done. Now that my son's in there sleeping, I gotta clean and stuff, so. But I just thought that I'd make this video and let people know, like, I'm obviously a woman, and if people can't see that shit, then I don't know what the fuck to tell them. And I can shake my ass, but whatever. That don't even matter at this point. It's all just in what is within. And if they don't like you, they definitely not gonna like you if you shake your ass either. So I can't force other people to like me, but what I can do is continue to be myself and know that I'm gonna meet my people one day. And I'm not even gonna have to over-explain myself anymore. Because I think the right people will know. Have the common sense to know.